If someone has been through a traumatic event and they're wondering, whether they are being, because I'm sure that some people can be being affected by a load of things and that not and be quite confused about the experience they're having. Are there any other symptoms of PTSD?
Yeah, there are many. One of the worst is insomnia, the ability to get a really good night's sleep. And sleep is incredibly important for healthy functioning of the brain. So, again, another example drawn from my experience is that at the time of the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center, just left the military. I'd just moved to Australia. My marriage at the time wasn't going very well, and indeed failed within about a year. So I had quite a few stresses, a lot of major changes. I hadn't addressed the post-traumatic stress at all. All I knew was that I felt really shaky. And in fact, I left the military specifically because I didn't feel safe in myself to lead young men and women in dangerous places. So I'd made all these changes. 9/11 happened. The post-traumatic stress got worse. And about a year later, I started having these screaming nightmares where the dream was incredibly real. And the dream was that I was trapped in one of those top floors in one of those buildings. Incredibly vivid. Some nights I'd have the same dream, 2 or 3 times. And of course, that wrecks your sleep. It also makes you reluctant to go to bed. And rather than seeking help, which is incredibly common with ex-soldiers and other frontline public servants, what I did, familiar story to you, is I started to self-medicate, specifically with alcohol. Now, alcohol, as we all know, actually interferes even more with sleep patterns. So that's a great example of that downward spiral. So part of the spiral was lack of sleep. The next part of the spiral was trying to self-medicate with something that was actually going to prevent healthy sleep. And then, the next part of that spiral is that you feel pretty crappy the next day because you're tired, you're scared, you know things aren't going well. You've probably got a hangover or similar. And so those get in the way of encouraging you to do the things that are healthy, like exercising, or like going out with friends, or like getting on a job hunt, or any number of things. And then that leads down to that negative self-thinking of I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, what's wrong with you? You used to be strong, you used to be able to lead men and women, and now you're a mess.